This is my hottest take, and I'm ready to defend it.
I mean, I like the premise.
Of course you would.
There's a clip for you.
God, it's not even a clip. This is just everyday life with Alex. Yeah, I'd fuck a sister. Like the guy who's never had family.
I've had family. I just don't have siblings.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what? You're right. You're from the South. Kissing cousins is no stranger to you.
No, it's not.
It definitely isn't.
Hello, everyone. It is that time of the month again. Time for Anime Club After Dark to pop a squat and hit you all the best and worst of what we have been indulging in recently. I told you I was going to come up with a unique intro for these. I told you you had a chance. You had a chance to get used to it. Fuck you if you laugh.
Pop a squat.
I thought it. Hey, listen.
I like it. No. It's good, dude. It's funny as fuck. I like it.
It works. I am your host, Alex, and tonight I am joined by our czar of source material, John.
I wasn't prepared for that.
I listened a couple of days ago. I said to you guys in our private chat, "Hey guys, I made us some new intros. Check them out."
You know what? I completely forgot about that.
I saw it. I was okay with it. Then I heard it, and now I'm kind of regretting it.
Listen, this is going to be the intro from now on. You can't stop me. We also have our dumpy boy Chinoda.
Oh, it's different in the doc, but okay.
Oh, is
it?
Hi,
how are you guys?
He literally just added thick dumpy. How
thick
dare
dumpy.
you?
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking ghost edit this within 0.5 seconds of him reading it. So that way he'll be fucking fooled. Gaslight him into thinking he wrote the wrong thing or said the wrong thing.
No, it's Dumpy Boy now.
Dumpy boy, okay. He is our dumpy boy. Before we actually get started, I do want to remind everyone who is watching or listening, if you like what you see, do throw us a like. If you have anything to say about what we've said tonight, do throw a comment down below. And if you want to see more, there's always that subscribe button. It does really help us out. I know it's cliche and you don't want to hear it, but it really does help.
It really
Smash
does.
that bell button to get notified right away when we upload. I can't remember anything else that other people do.
How about this? It's motivation for us to keep going. Please, dear God, we need it.
There you go. Well, some of us need it more than others. But yeah, this is the second of our new monthly series, The Monthly Dump, where we will get together and talk about the things we have been watching, reading, whatnot, and tell you whether we like them or not. Hot takes may abound. Be warned.
Yeah, it's more
and
like
some very lukewarm takes and some absolutely ice cold takes as well.
I feel like because for an anime podcast, we don't talk about currently airing anime very often, other than after we've watched it and they're like, "Oh yeah, it was pretty good."
And we used to a long time ago.
And the only other time we really do that on a regular basis is our season previews, where we talk about what's about to air.
Yeah, so I just felt like people like it when I rant. Some people don't like it when I rant, but I like to rant about shows that I'm watching all the times. And I decided I'd share it with the world now.
There you go. I don't know if this is like the proper place to do this, but I feel like if we wait till our next WTF, it's probably going to be too long. I want to talk very briefly about what happened with Mal this week because it's very entertaining. So Mal, aka My Anime List, had a thing go out saying, yo, we got to shut down the site for like 2 days for emergency maintenance. Details to follow. And those details to follow were some brilliant motherfucking autistic Serial Experiments Lane fan found out how to access their back into their website and change the titles of every single anime on the site to Serial Experiments Lane.
The fuck?
Yeah. And like they upped Lane's score to like number 1, right?
Yeah, they gave it like a 10 out of 10 in the rankings. Like they made everyone give it a 10 out of 10.
There's quite a lot of things that I'm like, doing it for the lulz. Like Anonymous doing random shit, like watching the whole Capture the Flag with Shia LaBeouf thing. Hilarious.
Or the Bodie McBoatface thing.
Yeah, like I love random shit like that. And then there's other things where I'm just like, why? Why would you spend all this effort to do this? Like, I don't get it.
I don't either. But I mean, it tracks for a Serial Experiments Lane fan, though.
Yeah, it really does. They are,
it really does.
They are out there.
Nah, Serial Experiments Lane is a good older anime that you should definitely watch if you haven't before. But I just found it very entertaining that they had to shut down the site for like 2 whole days to fix it.
Oh, it's batshit hilarious to me.
Um, of all the things to get hacked with,
I mean, to be fair, Mal's website is pretty old and outdated.
mm,
So I
yeah.
could imagine that it'd be easy to find exploits to like get into the back door.
Oh, I'm
But
sure it was. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I found it personally funny. One thing I definitely want to talk about that I have started watching and I find is it was super hyped before the current season, and I get it now. I get it. Oshinoko is pretty good.
Yeah.
dude, I am enjoying watching the anime, but
Mm.
doing my like I think I caught up to the manga in like 2 days or something. I just
Is
couldn't
this what
put
you
it
call
down.
due diligence, John? Like you watch something, it's like I gotta go read it. I gotta do my due diligence.
No. Like I said, I was so hyped for Oshinoko's opening song by Yoasobi that I
Mm.
said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna read the manga." So
Honestly,
did.
yeah. Like as good as the OP is, like all of the music in it is just really good for a show that's like essentially about I guess minor
It's a murder
spoilers
mystery.
here. A murder mystery.
I mean, it's also I like it a lot because there's a lot of you see a lot of into like the entertainment industry, like
Mm.
behind the scenes for idol culture, models, movie actors, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Yeah, I mean,
things that
it focuses heavily on idol culture, which I think, I mean, I see it kind of changing in Japan a little bit, but by and large, it's still the same as it's always been, and it's very toxic behind the scenes.
oh yeah, like the whole toxic fan, like speaking of toxic fans, like it's kind of the main theme of the first
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. That's something
Crazy
else I
fucking
wanted to talk about.
fans.
The first episode is feature length. What do you guys think about that?
I loved it.
I
I loved it.
Having the
so
entire prologue in that one episode.
I don't like sitting through very long episodes because, for example, ReZero is hour and a half long. ReZero's first episode, I just couldn't like. It took so long to go through it, and only the last 15 minutes were actually like, "Yo, what the fuck is happening? This is finally interesting." And then it never gets interesting ever again after that. So, Oshinoko, I felt like it. If I didn't read it beforehand, I don't think I would have liked the first half of the episode. Like it was funny here and there, but I don't know. I like it now because again, I read the manga, so I knew what was coming. So I was just like, oh, what the fuck? Like the twist at the end of the first episode, like, or rather, I should
Is
say,
really good.
the ending to the prologue is like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like it hooks you. It really does.
That's
But
something like I feel like it helps the series in the sense that episode is like nearly 90 minutes long because there's a huge tonal shift at the end of that first episode. And I feel like if you had
when
that
you
after
first
like
watch
3 or
the
4
episode,
episodes in,
yeah, it doesn't seem like it seems like it's slice of life, like kind of weird.
like a pseudo isekai or no, a
No,
reincarnation
it's a
of
tensei.
Tensei.
Yeah, it's a tensei. So you're
Uh,
kind of just like whatever. Like I love the dancing baby scene doing the otaku dance. The
Yes.
bubble, 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 bubble. Like,
but
it's
John,
so
like
funny.
halfway through that, you would be forgiven for thinking this is going to be like a slice of life, like a Tensei-esque slice of life, where you're just going to watch these two kids grow up, and you might have like time skips here and there, which there were a couple of minor time skips in that first episode. And you thought I thought that was going to be the whole like series, and the mystery was going to be who got her pregnant.
Yeah, I definitely thought that too until I saw the stalker dude, and I was like, oh no, I know where this is going.
So I didn't even know the tags about it. I just saw that from brief reading up the summary of it, something about an idol. I was like, okay, cool. And it's and who she's voiced by. I was like, all right, cool. I'm here for it. Let's go. So I was so goddamn blind when I went into it. I was not expecting anything. I didn't see any. I didn't even think it was gonna be a mystery. Holy shit.
I mean,
And
I went into
lot
it
of
blind as
people-
well, other than the
Yeah.
fact that I was like, okay, Yoasobi does the opening song and it's pretty hype, so let's read it. And I just knew people liked it, and I didn't know why people liked it.
But now I understand. Now I have only watched the first 3 episodes so far. In fact, during our watch party this weekend, we're gonna catch up on Oshinoko. But those first 3 episodes, I'm hooked, man. Like I'm in it for the long haul now.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
also thought that I did not know Akasaka wrote this. The guy who wrote Kaguya-sama, Love is War, wrote this, and I was like, I would never
Which
be able to tell.
hearing that after the fact, I can kind of see it a little bit with a couple of the character designs, because there are a couple of character designs that are somewhat reminiscent.
No, I'm just talking about like
roughly.
the tonal stuff.
Oh
Like,
yeah, the
about,
tonal stuff is completely different.
yeah, like the art style, sure, it's a little bit similar. How they do the reactions and stuff like that. He kind of writes his characters kind of all the same with like how they do commentary and reactions. They're all Hayasaka and Kaguya, to be honest, like the girls. I get that, but the actual the tone of the manga
The
and the
narrative.
show just completely like not. It does not seem like it
No.
at all. And I'm like, yo, what
No.
the fuck? Again, I didn't know who wrote it because I didn't pay attention to that until after I watched the first episode, and someone was like, I can't believe the writer of Kaguya-sama made this. And I was like, what?
Yeah, no,
What?
same. I was just like, what the fuck? What do you mean? And I looked it
also-
up. I was like, oh, it is. Holy shit.
Dude is talented. What can I say?
Yeah, I
He-
mean,
he
that
obviously
props
he
to him.
has a lot of variations in the styles of his writing, which is good to see.
Well, I think it's crazy that Kaguya-sama, like, that's his breakout anime. He got popular over that, but then out of nowhere, he finishes Kaguya, and he's like, "Yo, I got a different story though." Let's
hit him with that bass drum.
I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like, damn. Okay, like, okay.
And it is like, it's good to see, because you see a lot of writers out there. Yeah, they might write one good thing, but then the rest of all the stuff they write is just like that one thing. And it's like there's no variation, there's no
Damn.
changing up
You
your
taking
writing.
shots at Stephen King. You taking shots at Dean Koontz. I like Dean Koontz though, even though he does write the exact same story over and over. That's actual
Hey,
books.
at least when Stephen King was on cocaine, he came up with some good stuff, man.
Wow, Alex.
Dude,
man.
the dude has like 8 of his novels that were co-written by cocaine, man. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure Stephen King had a ghostwriter, didn't he?
I mean, he has had a ghostwriter before, but not for a whole lot. Trust me, that stuff that he was making in the late 80s, early 90s, that was all him and Peruvian
like
marching
Cujo?
powder.
I think I remember I watched the It remake, and my younger brother was like, "Yeah, I can't believe they didn't put in the child gangbang scene." And I'm like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?"
There is
Yeah, no,
actually
really.
there is actually a child gangbang scene in the It novel.
Okay, I hate to be that guy, but technically it wasn't a gangbang. They ran a train on the poor girl.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Because after he told me that, I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "You don't know about the book?" I'm like, "No, I've never read the damn book." And he's like, "In the book, they have the scene where she has sex with all the dudes to never forget what happened here." I'm like, "What?" So then I look it up, and I'm like, "Okay, so." Literally, he describes these children, literal children, teenagers, like 12 to 13, 14, whatever, having sex with the girl, and like describing in very much detail, Stephen King, you gross motherfucker, about how the characteristics of the boys shone through with the way that they loved. Some of them were more childlike, and others were more awkward. And I'm like, why would you do that, Stephen King? Did this book really need this? I don't think so. Oh God.
Something else I really like about Oshinoko is the art style. It very much reminds me of No Game No Life, like the very bright colors.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very stylistic. Yeah.
Very stylish. It has a very unique stylized aesthetic to it, and that I really like it. And it's contrasted against this very dark story.
I think the characters, like the surrounding characters in Oshinoko, are all well written. I really like them. Like Kana Arima, she's awesome. I fucking love her. There's a girl you have yet to meet yet. I think she'll show up in the next episode. She was in the last episode, the latest episode 5.
I haven't watched that yet. I've only watched episode 3.
The more you learn about her, oh God, there's so much I want to talk about from the manga, but no spoilers, no spoilers.
I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. We're watching it for the watch party, so
I know that people there was specifically one person I remember in the server saying like, "Yeah, Oshinoko sucks," and I'm just like, interesting take. And they never
care to elaborate.
Themselves.
No.
Like, bye Chinoda.
Bye Chinoda.
What the fuck?
Your
What
camera
happened
just
to your
said
camera?
no.
Oh,
Scuff streams. Oh, we're not even streaming. We're recording.
We're
What
not
the heck?
streaming. I know you
Anyway.
keep saying that.
there
There
we
he
go.
is. He's
Okay.
back.
I don't know, man. Every recording is a stream now. We're just streaming everything we do now. That's just how it is now. Okay.
It's stream of consciousness.
Yeah, I understand why people wouldn't like Oshinoko because like it's not appealing to learn about this because it seems setting up the murder thing happening, like the murder mystery, like who done it, right? In the first episode, and like the slow crawl it's been since. I would be like, it's understandable because again, it's the same reason I didn't like ReZero. It sets up this crazy huge twist in the first episode, and it takes so fucking long to revisit like what's happening because it's like it's got to spend time building the characters and all this stuff. And in my opinion, ReZero builds all these characters up for no fucking reason because it never comes back into play. Like the whole like Rem thing, and it's just like, we're just gonna cuck her.
With ReZero, and I think this is kind of plays into the nature of its story. There's a fair number of red herrings in ReZero, and it gets frustrating after a while.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's the point though, and I'm like, well, the point fucking is dumb, and I hate it.
And you will not elaborate.
I won't. I've elaborated enough about why I hate ReZero. I don't need to do that ever again. I guess I could do that for this episode too, but I think it's a pretty lukewarm take in my opinion. Like the people who hate ReZero hate it for the same reasons I hate it, and the people who love it for the dumbest reasons. Like, oh, but Rem is so cute. Oh, like I don't give a fuck.
I just like it because I like watching. I like watching Subaru suffer.
Listen, that you and Show, man, you guys are weird. You love watching it. I'm like, I hate Subaru's character because he's so dumb.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm not a particularly fan of his character either. That's why I like watching him suffer.
That's why I can't stand
There's
watching.
something wrong with you psychopaths.
Like the fact that he takes one step forward, but then he has to move 2 steps back, and then he's like super fucked up over it. And I'm like, quit being a little bitch, baby, man. You have whatever. I'm not getting into it. Speaking of animes that are super beautiful looking and cute, but I don't give a fuck about that because the story sucks. The Terrace Cafe and its goddesses is fucking the worst. I hate this anime. But at the same time, I like it because it's got an interesting premise. It's just that whenever any of the women, or the main character for that matter, whenever any of the characters on screen open their goddamn mouth, I just want to slap a bitch. I'm just like, okay, here's the premise. A guy who went to Tokyo University, but then his grandma dies, so he goes back to the countryside or whatever, and he inherits this cafe, and it's there's beautiful women abound who live in it, and they became family with the grandma because he abandoned his grandma. And I'm like, all right, you're a piece of shit. You should feel bad for abandoning your grandma. And this whole entire premise of like, oh, I'll restore it because fuck the guy who talked shit about my grandma. I'm like, I'm here for that. I like this story. Fuck that guy. We're gonna
almost
show
like
him
a
what's
redemption
up.
story.
Yeah. And then literally the characters open their fucking mouths, and I'm like, God, I hate this fucking anime. I hate these characters. They're so fucking terrible. Like, okay,
There's such stereotypes and one-dimensional.
Oh my God, dude. Let me talk about the stereotypes. So obviously you've got buxom-bodied women in this fucking show, and they're all stereotypes. Like there's the cool One-san, there's the caring One-san, there's the fit tomboy, there's the tsundere, and then there's the bitch gal. Okay, your 5 stereotypes in any fucking stereotypical harem.
Oh, don't forget, what's her name? Childhood friend.
That's the caring One-san.
Oh yeah.
They haven't talked about her being the childhood friend yet. It's just she's said something.
It's very obvious. They hinted at it.
It's pretty obvious.
So
They're hinting at it because she talks about like, oh, you've changed. You haven't changed that much at all, main character San. And I'm like, oh, so she must know him. But all right, so you have your 5 main stereotypes, and let me tell you about how to make them worse. You're carrying One-san type. Let's give her a smell fetish. Whenever she gets fucking drunk, she's just like, I love the smell of sweaty men. You smell like my dad. And I'm like, what the fuck, lady? Literally in the first episode this happens, and I'm like, yo, no. And then, God, obviously the tomboy character, first of all, she's in high school, okay? Everyone else is like of age. They're all 19 or older, except this one girl. She's like high schooler. I think she's 17, actually. I don't even think she's 18. She's 17. I could be wrong. I don't care. It doesn't matter. She is your stereotypical muscle fucking tomboy, and she's dumb as fuck. And that is her trait. And they keep talking about how dumb she is every fucking episode. And I'm just like, I'm fucking tired of this. Stop using the same goddamn joke. Why? We get it. She's dumb. She's a musclehead.
It's
Stop
so
with
bad.
the same fucking every episode without fail. They do something where like, oh, this girl, haha, she's so fucking dumb. And I'm like, is that attractive? Do people find that attractive? Haha, I'm so fucking stupid. Like, is that? Do people like it? Is that? Where's the audience? All right. And then you have the tsundere, who's, you know, stereotypical tsundere. She's just like, yeah, baka, whatever. And then, like, literally, there's no character growth for her at all, and there's no reason for her to like the main character other than he goes, "Oh, I like your uniforms, though. Thanks for making those. They're actually really cool." And she's like,
Oh, you like my arts and crafts? Oh my god!
yeah. And I was just like, that's her character arc. That's it, bitch. Some dude goes, "Hey, you make some nice dresses, bitch." Like, oh, pussy just gushing. Oh, like, is it that easy? I didn't know. Holy shit, man. And God. And then we have the gal who's literally, she's an evil piece of shit. She tries to set this dude up with blackmail by making him like sexually harass the women. And she try to catch him like a gotcha moment, right? Where she knows that the caring Onesan type with the smell fetish gets real fucking weird when she gets drunk. So she gets her drunk and makes her attack the main character dude in the first fucking episode, right? Just so this gal, she can get a picture and be like, "Oh, you can't kick us out now, because if you do, I'll ruin your fucking life." And I'm like, "You're a fucking bitch, a huge fucking cunt." And then
So Amber
she's
Heard.
like, and it's like, and her character trait is, instead of being the fashionable gal beachy type, she's also super serious and studious though. And I'm just like, you know what? This is I actually do like her. Other than the first episode where she's just like a complete fucking cunt. I hate her in the first episode. But I think her redemption arc of like, rather, it wasn't really a redemption. Her actual character of like, she's actually a very serious and studious type. She wants to be a business person. And she's actually very smart and she knows how to handle people. She's a people person. I'm like, this is actually great character writing. It's a shame that you started her off.
Now. Like, when did
Yeah,
this happen?
she's a very interesting character. I actually really like her. And I also really like the cool Onesan. She's actually super cool too. She's in a band. That's it. She's in a band. She, when you call her cute, she goes, "Oh, don't call me cute.
John,
I'm kind of embarrassed."
Do you know if that song she played, is it a original or is it
No
from
idea.
somewhere?
I don't care that much about this show. All I know is these are the two characters I actually like in the show. The other three I do not give two fucks about. Like, because
So
they
you don't like this show.
I don't like the show because I don't like the characters. Like 3 out of the 5 characters, or actually, I don't even like the main character that much. He's dumb as fuck. But I like the premise of the show, and I'm like, you could have done this a lot better. Get rid of that weird shit, because I know why they put that weird shit in there. They put it in there because they're like, okay, we need to make our harem unique. We can't just have the same 5 stereotypes. They need something else to make them really like just stick out. And I'm just like, why? Why would you go the route of she's just real fucking dumb? Like, that's so dumb. Why would you double down on that? The whole smell fetish thing. Why would you double down on that? I don't get it. Like, do people, is this what they're into? Is this what your audience is into? And it's just like, focus on good character writing and people will like your harem show, because people fall in love with the girls in your harem, right? Not because they have weird quirks, because they actually have good character. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't have data to support this, and people are just like that. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Sometimes people fetishize people over one specific work, so maybe they're not entirely wrong.
Listen, I like the premise of the show. I hate the characters. Most of the characters, I should say. Again, just the 2 girls I actually kind of like, because I'm like, okay, well, the gal bitch is a terrible person, but she's got a good heart, and I like how she's like she's just like really smart and she wants to do things her own way, and I like her whole entire backstory. I was like, you know what, respect. I like this girl. And the same thing for the cool band girl. She's also really cool. She's like, I'm just in a band.
I'd say something about the smell fetish girl.
Oh my
but
God.
If you've ever spent more than 5 minutes on our Discord server, you know I don't have a leg to stand on.
Oh. Alex, stop exposing yourself like this.
Literally,
but if you've got a foot to stand on,
they talk about how the dumb girl, right? She keeps asking the smell fetish Onesan girl, like, do you like the smell of your dad's socks? And like just weird fucking shit in one of the episodes. And I'm just like, and it doesn't go on for like a segment or like a couple minutes. It goes on for like 5 minutes where she keeps bringing up, do you like the smell of your dad after he works out? I'm like, what the fuck kind of fetish are you setting up for this girl? Leave her the fuck alone, dude.
I feel
Jesus
so
Christ.
sorry for her.
I don't know. It seems like she's just living her best life, man.
The dumb girl.
The
I hate
drunk
so much.
version of her is.
Yeah, the
That's
drunk
the
version of her
thing.
is like,
So like she even like smells alcohol, she's like gone, and like that's her whole thing.
that's her entire shtick. She's really nice. She's kind of a pushover.
But can't hold
She's
her
the
liquor.
caring Onesan, but she get freaky when she get drunk, boy. And I'm like, I guess that makes some people get off. I don't know. Just saying, don't take advantage of people when they're drunk. That's kind of sexual assault.
Kind of? No, it is.
Just a wee bit, yeah.
Just tiny bit. It's like you know what's funny? The thing about like there's that short on YouTube or a video where it's like consent is like a cup of tea, and it's just like this explains consent so well. But that's all I got about the Cafe Terrace and his goddesses.
Okay.
Shinoda, what do you got?
Oh Lord. Okay, we're moving on to this. All right, I have a lot. I might have gone a little bit too high. Hell's Paradise is really fucking trippy, guys. Like,
So I have a thing. I've watched the first three episodes. I've watched the first 3 episodes of it so far, and you know, I think you guys probably do the same thing to the 3-episode rule, right? Where you give everything at least 3 episodes to kind of hook you, unless it's incredibly bad in the first episode.
Yeah.
I'm still 50-50 3 episodes in whether I want to keep going with this or not.
You know what? So this might be a hot take. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't understand why it was so hyped up.
Mappa.
Like,
because it was a shonen, that's why. They advertised the shit out of it because it's a basic shonen that the basic bitches will love. That's why it was so hyped up. And
so
that's all.
If I recall correctly, on Annie chart when we were doing our preview, Hell's Paradise was like rank 3, I believe, and Oshinoko
3 or
was
4.
Like rank 4. Like it was Oshinoko was below Hell's Paradise. And I was like, okay, I watched Oshinoko first I watched Hell's Paradise after I read Oshinoko. So I was like, it has to be really good then. And I'm kind of just like whatever on it right now. I like the mystery aspect because I love that I love Hell's Paradise. It's fucking weird. I love it. I want to see more of it. It just spends so fucking long not showing me the island. I want to see the island.
Yeah. I mean, I love the little like sleep paralysis demons. They're pretty cool.
Oh my god, dude! Like this Buddhist island of like just random monsters that are like doing sutras and shit like that, and you're like, what the hell is going on here?
It's not even Buddhist. What, Taoist? They said.
I don't even know.
It
is
like,
trippy though.
It's
like some Alice in Wonderland shit.
I just wish they would focus more on that because so far they've been focusing a lot on the human element of like the main guy Gabi Maru and his I don't remember the person who's assigned to kill him. Whoever his beheader is.
The executioner.
The executioner. They're focusing so much on that story, and I'm like, I really don't care about her too much. Like I felt like one episode was fine when we talked about like exposited about her. We've spent the last 3 episodes, I believe, expositing about her now, and I'm like, I don't care. Show me more of the monsters.
I feel like that would be more
them
appropriate.
fight.
I think that would be more appropriate if they were like trying to make it a romance between them, but the main dude is already married.
I mean,
maybe he'll cheat, make it interesting.
I mean, maybe, but
hopefully he won't because his
wife is super cute.
I think his wife is voiced by the Onisan girl or Oni-san
oh, really?
Girl. Yeah, I don't. Again, we talked about this last episode, it was in the WTF where we were talking. Like, I don't remember her name. I can never remember her name. I just know she voices Ayaka in Genshin. She does that girl in Irregular at Magic High where she goes Oni-sama.
Right. Yeah.
God, who else does she play? She plays a lot of. Everyone knows her. I just know her as the Oni-sama girl. I will never forget her as the Oni-sama girl. Yeah, I don't know if I'm told because people like to post spoilers online about like it gets crazier and it's more about Gabi Maru suffering and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay.
Ooh, I do love me some suffer porn.
Well, I just want to see the atrocities, the horrors on this island because like it's interesting. It is. I just wish it would hurry the fuck up and be more interesting.
Yeah. Like, did we need an entire episode? It was like the second episode. Did we need an entire episode where you gather all the criminals together and just have a big old talk and then they just kill each other? Like, I don't think you could have done that in like 10 minutes.
Oh man. And then what happens literally the next episode?
Yeah, like they set it up for this like battle royale, right? And then like half of the people instantly die.
Right?
Like,
Yeah,
I
don't
thought
know.
that was what it was going to be. I thought the rest of it was going to be like this battle royale. They're out. They have this like goal. They're trying to find this thing, and of course, they have to fight each other to be the one to get it back.
Right. So I definitely I called it wrong. I thought Hell's Paradise, because when I first saw it, the preview and read the stuff, I was like, okay, it's definitely going to be a battle royale with some weird lost mystery element to it. Like, you know, in Lost, they have like the unexplainable smoke monster. I thought that's what the whole like flowering plant thing was going to be. Like, this is unexplained smoke monster that's just going to start killing people for no reason while people are just killing each other. And it's going to be like, who's the battle of the week, right? Like, for the next week or two, they're going to be like, for the next episode or two, here's your main battles going on. Like, there'll be like 2 or 3 different parties fighting each other. I thought it was going to be that, right? I was completely wrong. And I'm kind of glad I'm wrong, because I'm like, that's very predictable and very boring. But at the same time, the thing that's interesting about Hell's Paradise is not being shown. And that's why I'm kind of like 50-50 on it, because I want to see more of it. It's just so fucking boring sitting through an entire episode of this executioner chick going, oh, I'm a woman and I'm not allowed to executionate people, but my skills are top notch. But I can't
like how
executionate
he
people.
literally just came up with the new word executionate.
Because that's how it feels listening to her talk about shit.
It does a good job of showing the sexism of the times, though.
Yeah, but like, why would you show me a much more interesting premise about, hey, look at these really weird fucking monsters on this island that can fuck people up in like 0.5 seconds, and then like never talk about it ever again for the next 3 episodes? We'll only show it for 1 episode, and then we won't talk about it again. Like, why? Why would you do that? You could make this entire thing about the monster of the week thing. I would have liked that. Seeing them fight. I want to see them fight monsters. Just
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
But, you know, again, I get it. Apparently, it's about the human element. So I'm like, okay, fine.
Like, sure, let's go with that.
But we don't know much about the main character guy, Gabby Maru. He's supposedly the main character. We're learning more about freaking his executioner than him. So, again, not interesting, because she's not the main character.
I think I'll give it like another 2 or 3 episodes before I decide whether I want to drop it or not. But like I said, like John, I am 50-50 at best.
I think I'm gonna watch all of it just because I don't have anything better to do this. Like, I'm winding down in my school, so I don't have that much homework anymore, because I'm not doing like 4 or 5 classes as a quarter.
Shinoda, have you considered getting like clips for your
I am
shades?
Really thinking about it, because like it is fighting me.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, go on, John.
No, that's it. That's all I want to say about Hell's Paradise. I don't know if it's good or not yet. It's got makings for a good show. I just wish they would show more of it.
I am enjoying the actual like fighting scenes and all that. I think they look
the fight scenes
great.
are awesome. Yeah. I think the music's really good.
Yeah.
The OP is kind of like a banger.
Actually, yeah. I don't like the visuals of the OP, but I like the song itself. The visuals really actually throw me off. I don't like it too much.
Can I also talk? I forgot to mention this during the Oshiko no Ko thing, but not only is the opening really good, but the ED is really good too.
Yes,
dog. I don't understand how it's so good.
I said it, like the music overall is just great in Oshinoko.
Yeah, like man, this is the Oshinoko episode where I just keep talking about how good it is.
Honestly, I feel like we should do a spoiler cast for Oshinoko once it's done.
Oh god, I have so much to say. I think the manga's ending soon though.
Really?
I think
it's only going to be 11 episodes long too.
I wonder if it's going to be a full adaptation.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to adapt the whole thing in 11 episodes.
Well, surely not. Let me think about it. That happens. Definitely not. No, there's definitely going to be a movie or something afterwards that finishes off the series,
or some kind of shorter second season, maybe.
Wait, so they can do it in 1 season and a movie or whatever?
No, because they're at episode 4 or 5 now, right?
5.
Yeah, 5.
Okay, so they're at episode 5. They've got 6 more episodes. They are definitely not going to finish it. They're going to get to the end of the first arc. Essentially, they're going to get to the end of the first arc, and then they're going to start the second arc. and I think it's gonna wrap up after the second arc. Or actually, no, the
Oh.
first arc is the first episode, so that would be the second arc, and then I guess
So it's like a 3-act play, essentially, the entire story.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a 3-act play. There should be like 3 arcs because the main thing happens is the first episode. That's like the first arc, and then I guess it's hard to call them arcs because like there's each thing that happens isn't technically an arc. Like the what they're doing right now, the dating show is an arc, and then there's like after that there's another arc and this and that. But I would say act. It's like the first act was the first episode. The second act is going to be whatever happens in this season, and then the third act will be like the last of it. However many arcs that takes.
Okay.
So I think it's going to at least get a season 2 for that.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, I think eventually we will do a Oshinoko spoiler cast because I think everyone here who's watching it is loving it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Should we talk? I know Natai is not here, but can we talk about Vinland Saga?
I mean, Natai has
wait a
no
little
hot
bit
takes
more?
on here. He has literally the coldest takes
mean,
I've ever seen. in
Neither
my
do
life.
I, but of course I only have 2 things to talk about. So
Let me
We can
actually
talk about them,
message
but
him and
I'm
see
not
if he's
watching
going to
it,
show up.
so
I do want to. Well, Natai is having issues of his own. Let's not
Yeah.
exacerbate them. But yeah, I just briefly want to talk about it because I do know one of the big criticisms of this season is that it's not anywhere near as action focused as the first season. And I'm like, yeah, that's the fucking point. It's a different kind of story. And let me tell you something. If you go into every part of Vinland Saga thinking it's going to be like the first part, no, every single part of Vinland Saga is like a different type of story.
yeah, because they're at the part where he's recovering like emotionally from all the fucked up shit that he's
Yep.
he's having a character.
The
growth arc.
PTSD.
Yeah, the PTSD arc, you could say.
Yeah, and I know what arc they're on just because I saw people complaining about it, and I'm just like, well, then you don't really understand the point of Vinland Saga if you're complaining
No.
about this.
You don't, but I mean, I'm loving it. The second season so far is absolutely fantastic. I think that Mappa has done a great job taking over yet another Wit property.
Honestly,
Mappa's
yeah.
killing it, dude. Like Mappa is saving anime right now.
Mappa
The
is
amount
literally
of shows
saving
they're
anime
doing.
and killing
The
animators.
quality of the shows that they've been putting. Like,
It's
I know,
ridiculous,
Alex, you hate
honestly.
Attack on Titan, but Mappa has tried their damnedest, man.
Oh, I listen. Nothing against the people that are working on it. Like I haven't been really watching it, but I have seen clips from what's come out since Mappa has taken over. Like animation wise, art wise, they're doing a great job. It looks very, very similar to what they were doing over at Wit. So I can't really fault them. And you know what? I'm gonna even say it. The CGI Titans look better with Mappa than they ever did with Wit. Not to say that
Wow.
I think they ever look good. They don't, but they look better.
Like I don't think they ever looked good.
But they do look better with Mappa. Yeah, Mappa in general, I think it is definitely killing it. These animators need a vacation, man.
Yeah, I feel bad for them. Like, yo, you guys might be doing too much for that on them.
Yeah, remember how we used to say that Dean was going to save anime? That feels like
I
real
thought
quick.
we did that. I thought we said that facetiously. Was that not a facetious thing?
I think at the time in 2016, 2017, we legitimately thought that Dean was like the new hot shit.
I thought it was a joke that we were all saying just because of like past Studio Dean things, like the first Fate Stay series, Fate Stay Night, I believe, right?
Yes.
Initial D,
Yeah,
and
third
among
stage.
other failures of Dean's Deanness.
But you know what? Speaking of something that Switch Studios and I think is doing fantastic for itself, the Konosuba spinoff is really good too. The one
Oh
with
my
Megami.
God.
That.
So, wait, what? Really?
I haven't watched season 2 of Konosuba.
Oh, yeah. Well, no wonder. Fucking
Honestly, you don't even have
need
to watch
You don't
this.
need
It's a
to at all.
prequel.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
it's a prequel.
prequel?
Yeah,
Yeah, it takes
so-
place before Cosmo even comes to the world.
I just really don't care about like Konosuba. I saw the first season and I was like, yeah, it's kind of funny. And then I just everyone's like, oh, it's so good. And I'm like, it's not that great, actually.
The series has been through 3 different studios now, and I don't think it's ever suffered a dip in quality because of it.
I don't understand how, but I say hell yeah, keep going. So I'm really loving the fact that we're getting like I just thought it would be more, slapstick Megami humor, all the funny shit, lots of Bakuretsu. No, it's a bit more serious, and that's more backstory about the world than I thought. A lot more about the Crimson village and the characters from there, and I'm just been like really loving it. I'm like, oh shit, okay, like
I like
this
how
is
we've
actually
seen
really
that.
cool.
I like how we've seen that Megumin isn't even close to the stupidest person from that village.
Oh god, no, she's actually like surprise, surprise, she's actually really fucking smart when it comes to
Yeah,
a
I
lot
thought
of
that was
things.
like she's the genius of the Crimson Demons, isn't that?
Yeah, but she always said
literally
that. We never
introduces
saw any
herself.
proof of that.
Well, she hasn't lied yet, so.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, more Megumin is always good to me.
You know, for a hot takes episode, these are very cold takes.
It's not supposed to be about hot takes. It's about something we're watching.
No. It's a hot take episode.
All right, here's a hot take. Not enough naked Megumin. There you go.
That's
oh my
not
god,
even
we just got
that is the
canceled.
coldest
God
take I
damn
have
it.
ever heard in my life.
Coming from me,
You're
you're
all
right.
fucking wrong. All right. Union is best girl. You're all fucking wrong. Anyway, I wish Natai was here because then he'd talk about how Darkness is actually best girl. As long as we all agree, Aqua is the fucking worst. I hate Aqua so much.
She's so adorable.
Damigami can go fucking die in a ditch. I really don't care about her.
Jesus Christ.
Really,
Josh.
my hatred of Aqua that's keeping me from enjoying the rest of Konosuba.
Fair enough, though. Fair enough. She's kind of dumb.
Kind of.
Okay. Very dumb. Very dumb.
I want to talk about Kamikatsu.
Yeah.
Okay.
What even is this? Because I
So
know you talked about
read
Its
the manga.
greatness is what it is, honestly.
I read Kamikatsu before the anime came out, just because it was something I picked up just randomly. And I was
Is
like, yeah,
the
it's kinda
manga
weird.
like the anime?
No, the anime takes the piss out of everything more.
Great. That's great. So it's
holy shit.
improvement on the manga. I love that.
So Kamikatsu, bringing God in a godless world or whatever the fuck it's actually called, is real fucking weird. And it's got low budget CGI, and they kind of just lean into it. And honestly speaking, I am enjoying it. People are hating on it because they're like, oh god, this god awful CGI. They literally have an episode where they take stock footage of some dude on a fucking tractor or a combine, and they just deep fry it with filters and then slap the fucking character's face on it while it moves across the screen.
It's fucking hilarious. And they didn't do it a single time. They did it multiple times too.
So it's low budget, but it leans into the fact that it's low budget.
They have fun with it.
they take the piss out of the fucking show. Like in all honesty, I was like, I am enjoying the fact that they're doing this because this is a weird concept in general to try to make into a anime, in my opinion. I think the manga is a lot more serious, but not serious. Like it's got weird shit. Like literally in the first episode, the main character wakes up being jacked off by one of the girls. Like
I saw that clip.
That just to set the tone. She thinks she found a dead body, so she's like, all right, well, what better way than to check out my sexual knowledge than to try to jack him off to see if it helps revive him. And I'm like, what the fuck, lady? And the whole idea that the villages on the outskirts are like they're all deviants in some sort of way. It's weird. It's a very weird show. It's a very weird concept. And I understand why people hate it because it's not good of a show.
It's not mainstream anime, and
no,
they're not used to that.
But it is fucking weird, and I love that it's
what
weird.
What are you talking about, Shinoda? Have you not ever been jacked off to be revived? Come on, it's completely mainstream.
Oh my god. And I don't know if I can recommend Kamikatsu to anyone because I feel like Kamikatsu is good for anime veterans. If you're new to anime and you watch Kamikatsu, you'll be so lost. You'll be like, I would
only recommend
show
this
you'll ever seen in your life.
Veteran weebs and like not more newbies or casuals.
Yeah, like because it's just so weird now.
Yeah,
it's like it's not even funny like Konosuba. How because Konosuba makes fun of like the stereotypical isekai type of shit.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of meta commentary. It's not even funny in that kind of weird, funny way. It's just fucking weird. Like the entire concept of the fact that he reincarnates into a world where there's no gods or no religion, and then he has to like rely on religion to make sure his village doesn't die. And then just the random shit that they get up to, like join our religion, we'll give you tractors.
And it works.
works, and it's so weird. It gets even weirder, but that's spoiler territory. Getting to like episode 5 and stuff like that, and I want to talk about it, but this is not a spoiler episode. I'm just saying
the Emperor and Loki and all that.
Oh yeah,
I saw
yeah.
I saw someone online actually talk about this show, and they described it as what would happen if Monty Python ever tried to make an anime.
Honestly,
honestly,
though, it really is.
And if that's actually what it's like, I'm fucking here for it, because again, if you spent 5 minutes in our Discord server, you know I fucking love Monty Python.
It's not. It doesn't have the Monty Python humor. It's just got the Monty Python like randomness of like
the quirkiness of Monty Python. That's what.
Yeah, just like because we don't have the budget to do something, we're just gonna do something stupid and absurd.
Yeah, that's why I know you would love it, Alex, just because of how fucking wacky out of the world it is.
I don't know.
I give. You know what? Just
no. Here's the selling point for Alex. One of the main characters, the goddess, is a lolly.
Done.
Oh god, I thought about clipping that. The fucking guy was like drinking wine from her foot, and I was just like, "This is out." I was gonna clip that and just edit it and be like Alex, and then literally any lolly in the world, and just like send it to him. But because I was gonna send it to him, and be like, "This is." Need I say more, Alex? I know you want to watch this show, dude.
Actually, hearing you guys talk about it and hearing about how like random it is, I kind of want to watch it now.
Please do. Please.
Again, I think anime veterans would appreciate it. I don't think newcomers to anime would like Kamikatsu at all. But this kind of leads into my next one that I want to talk about. Magical Destroyers is a mindfuck, but in a good way. I love this fucking show. It is my sleeper hit of the season. I went into it thinking that it was going to be dumb, and it is kind of dumb, but also it's fucking like crazy, funny meta commentary about otaku culture. And this is kind of another show that I think that veteran weebs will love this show, just because if you know a lot about like weeb otaku culture, stuff like that, you'll love it because it makes fun of a lot of stuff, like the old otaku versus new otaku, different types of otaku. They talk about Itasha in one of the episodes, actually, which is like, because so like the entire premise of Magical Destroyers is that the world all of a sudden got taken over by this random dude who wears a TV on his head, and he decided otakus are banned. Otakuism is gross and it's dumb.
I've seen Fully Cooley. I know what that's from.
So then like Akihabara becomes like a war zone basically, and there's this guy named Otaku Hero who's like, no, we must not give up our rights. And then they like he gets graced by the power of 3 magical girls who help him fight against the people trying to get rid of otaku stuff. And it's like a war zone. It's real fucking weird. And then they talk about like I said, different types of otaku. Like there's the old otaku versus the new otaku. There's the Itasha episode, and that's about it so far for like things that they talk about. They do it's very meta commentary. I really like it because of that. If you don't like meta commentary shows, then you might not like it. But the opening and the ending they're crazy as fuck. I love the songs.
I'm looking at this on AnyChart right now, and all of the characters have the most chuny ass names.
Yeah, like it takes the piss out of magical girls. It takes the piss out of otaku culture. It's funny in a meta way, and if you like that type of humor, I really recommend Magical Destroyers. I know a lot of people don't like it because they're like they don't understand the writing, because they're like, this is so dumb, it's so random. I'm like, it's not really random as much as it is just meta commentary, and it's entertaining in that regard, in my opinion, because of like they have to go save Pink. So there's red, there's blue, and there's pink for the magical girls. They have to go save Pink
by your powers combined.
Yeah, no, like they're magical girls, and like Pink is a weirdo who wears a gas mask and says "Gobu Gobu," and she doesn't actually say anything else but "Gobu." And Blue always has to translate for Pink. And she's like, her entire shtick is that she does drugs.
Like drugs?
Yeah, she takes a syringe, and like her transformation is takes a syringe, stabs in her neck, and then like magical transformation girl sequence happens. She just loves drugs, dude.
With the power of this needle and me combined, I turn into a tweaker.
Yeah, like
tweaker girl.
because it's
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
It's a commentary on the absurdity of like the prim and proper clean magical girl. It's like they're on fucking ecstasy or something, dude. Like the whole fucking love everything, love saves the world type of shit. I'm like, yeah, they must be on fucking drugs, dude. Some really good drugs.
Man, I'm looking forward to the when like Sailor Moon gets into the public domain and we get that reboot.
Oh God.
But I don't know where Magical Destroyers is going, but I really like it. And again, the opening and the ending, every time I watch it, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening here? My brain is melting into a fucking pile of goo right now.
Is that so I've seen I don't know if this is the show that it's from, but there's an OP I've seen, or at least I think it's an OP, it might be an ED from a show that's airing right now where it starts out kind of normal and the longer it goes on, it just becomes more and more abstract. Is that what that is?
The opening is like that, yeah.
Okay, then that must be the clip that I've seen. It does look weird.
The ending starts off real fucking weird. It's just a weird fucking ending. Like there's magical girls are in different outfits and they're washed up on the beach, like kind of dead. And they're caring for the main character guy who's in a hospital bed. And it's just like a really somber song playing. And it just gets weirder and weirder. I don't know, man. It's a mind fuck of an anime, man. I cannot recommend this enough, to be honest. Because for veteran weebs, just because like if you watch this, you're gonna be like, wow, this is literature right here. Like this will go down in ancient weeb otaku culture literature.
Wow, big statement.
Just like Martin Scorsese, this is cinema. All right. Who wants to go next? I mean, John, I know you've had this. You actually had this on the first one. So talk about Orihimo. Talk about your Orihimo hot take. Come on.
All right.
All right, here we go.
It's not a hot take, but before I get into the Orihimo thing, I have to go take a dump.
So an actual dump during the monthly dump.
An actual dump during the monthly dump. I'm gonna take a break for like 10 minutes. I'll be back.
Okay, well, in that case,
I know where to pick it up with the Orihimo thing. Like,
while you're gone, we'll have Chinoda go through some of his massive list he has written here.
All right.
Have a fun dump. All right. Ancient Magus Bride, fucking great. I am loving it. Oh my god.
You're gonna spill your wine.
No, it's only this much left on this. Oh, I guess Natai's not joining. All right.
No, he's not here.
No, I thought he would be.
Ancient Magus Bride.
Yeah. OPED, fantastic. Different. Don't love it as much as season 1, but I do still really like it. Sounds great. Actual characters and the story itself, it keeps on moving forward. New characters, all very interesting and unique. I really like that. It's just great overall, and like I'm a little bit sad that more people aren't talking about it. Like I know it's a pretty like good season for anime, but
it turned out that way. We didn't think it was going to be going.
Yeah, we didn't think, but like it turned out that way. But I'm a little bit disappointed in like more people aren't talking about season 2 of Ancient Magus Bride more consistently.
I feel like it's got that ReZero thing going for it, where the first season was what, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago at this point.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, so I think it's got a little bit of that ReZero thing, because when the second season of ReZero came around, like people were talking about it, but not near as much as the first season.
Oh yeah, no, time will do that to anything.
And I think it having that big gap between its first and second season really did hurt it.
That's the unfortunate stuff, production and timing. Like you just don't know what's gonna succeed and what's not. But like having a too big of a gap definitely doesn't help.
Which I've never seen the first season of Ancient Magus Bride. And I know that's one you keep telling me to watch. But from what I have heard, the people who did watch it back then generally liked it. I mean, it's got a pretty good rating from people that have watched it. So obviously there's an audience for it.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I feel like the thing with the big gap between the first and second season is way more harmful to production than a lot of people want to think it is.
Unfortunately, the quality is still there though. It's consistent. That's what's.
Is it the same studio?
I
Because
think
Wit wasn't
so.
it? Wit was the one that made it the first season, right? Is it still Wit?
Yes.
No, it's
Let me.
not.
It's not.
The first season was done by
I know we
uh
talked about this in the season preview. I don't remember
yeah.
though.
So this season is being done by Studio Kafka. Kafka?
Yeah, that's right. They changed studios for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I would be interested to learn what the hell's going on with that because that's new and different. Like
Yeah.
they've done supporting work before, so I'm not complaining, and they're pulling it off so far. But
Well, the
it's
only two things they've worked on so far have been Ancient Magus Bride related.
yeah. So
They had the
and
OVA series that came out in 2021. They did, and then now they're doing season 2, and I think they have something coming out later this year, which is called the Fuyu no Okurimono.
yeah, I have no clue what that is.
Oh, it's an
Um,
anime original story. So
Yeah, I do need to see how much of the original staff stayed on to complete it because it looks very similar and like still feels like Ancient Magus Bride season 1. So I
that's
think
good.
most of the staff is still there or they're just doing an excellent job of keeping it consistent.
Maybe Studio Kafka is something that like uh sprung from Studio Wit. I don't know.
Maybe research for later.
Yes.
Mashley is hilarious. It is
Is this the Harry
almost
Potter show?
yeah, the Harry Potter Muscle Guy show. It and like I the latest episode just emphasized how much like Harry Potter it is. Instead of a sorting hat, they had a skeletal unicorn, but it did the
Okay.
same exact thing.
Okay.
Um, but no, it's just a funny show. I enjoy it and like the hilarious shit Mash does just by the pure power of muscle. It's so zany and it's out there. It's wacky. I just enjoy watching it. And like the cream puffs are always hilarious. His main thing is he just loves cream puffs. That is his thing. He dreams about cream puffs. Um I actually watched the latest episode while eating cream puffs just because I was like I was shopping, I saw cream puffs. I'm like
cream puffs are tasty.
cream puffs are great. Hell, what's even more hilarious? The ED is about cream puffs. I'm like, and it's a banger too. I don't know why.
Just like what is it? Clanad has the ED dango, dango, dango.
Oh god, that's old memories, Alex. Jesus Christ.
That's a PTSD memory, is what that is, Chinoda. That
It
is
wasn't
a
for
PTSD
me.
memory. Listen, that is tragic, and I will never recover.
I
will never financially recover from this.
So when I watched Clanad way back then, it didn't affect me like that. I don't know why.
You are a heartless monster.
Oh, I absolutely was. Like I didn't come into more proper adult emotions. I didn't process stuff more properly until I grew older. So I think sometime soon-ish, I have to go back and watch Clanad and like see if it actually affects me. And I'm from everything I've heard about what everyone says, I'm a little bit scared too.
All right. What else you got?
Okay. Oh God.
You wrote so much down. We got to go through them.
No,
quickly.
not that. Just what's next? Smartphone season 2.
Why are you watching this?
How dare you say that exasperated voice? Smartphone season 2 is the peak anime of the season, bro.
John, Smartphone season 2 makes me want to kill myself in excruciating ways. I hate it so much.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm still watching. I'm hate watching it. It's so bad. I hate the maker. I hate the girls. I hate everything about it so much.
Stockholm syndrome, ladies and gentlemen. Stockholm syndrome.
It kind of is. It is. It's not even a hate watch anymore. Sean, you were saying?
I know Smartphone is bad. The source material is bad. They are adapting the source material almost verbatim. So it's a good adaptation in that regard, in my opinion, because it doesn't change very much from the source material. It's just a shame that the source material sucks.
I don't know why
That's
this
my
got a
entire point.
season
I'm
2.
still watching it though, just because I'm like, well, I read the light novel, and I'm reading the manga still. So I mean, I may as well. Why not? I've got nothing better to do with my time.
I hate it so much. I don't know why I'm still watching it. It's so bad. I hate everything about it. In fact, I'm moving on from this. Fuck this shit.
Okay. Well, since
Um,
John's back, let him talk about
yeah.
Orimo.
All right.
Tell
Last
us
hot
your
take. All right. Orimo is good, and I'm tired of pretending it's not.
Now.
Hear me
You would
out.
know, Alex. You would know.
I would know. And this is exactly why I say it.
I say this because first and foremost,
You would do well down here,
song,
John.
the first opening song by Claris is the best Claris song ever. Okay, like oh god, what is it even called? So I don't even Irony. It's called Irony.
Don't bring
Best
up my
Claris
PTSD.
opening ever. Secondly, I think the characters in Orimo are actually really amazing. All of them, except the main sister. I understand that Orimo is a porn game and that the true route is to date your sister. And it was a good adaptation because they adapted the true route. Even though Ayase is best girl, I concede that it was a good adaptation because it went the visual novel true route for all the sick degenerates out there.
Can I hold? I hate to stop you, Shinoda. Is there like a murder going on in your backyard right now? What the fuck?
The kids are playing outside.
Jesus
I can't really.
Christ. Sorry, John.
So that's my hot take. It's Orimo is good. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know why people clown on it. It's a pretty good
Because
show.
I
it's
think it would've-
incest and people aren't okay with it.
John,
Okay,
it
but,
could have been
like-
even better if they had just leaned into the fact that it's a porn game and showed the actual sex.
Listen, I was upset when they did my girl dirty and shut her down because they really didn't have to shut down all the different routes of being like, here's a potential thing, here's a cute episode. Also, he's not choosing her. And then they lead up to the whole I choose my younger sister thing. And then they bitch out at the end anyway. And the worst part of Orimo is the fact that he bitches out. If he doubled down and just said, fuck it, I'm fucking my sister. We're a couple now. We're doing this, mom and dad. Then I'd be like, fucking respect, bro. Alabama all the way. Roll Tide. So
honestly, I'm surprised that when Orimo came to the US, they didn't just call it Roll Tide. They really just should have.
listen, if I was part of that English dub, I would have Roll Tide.
Every time, right before
Edit like an actual Crimson Tide t-shirt into the show.
But also, like, jokes aside, legitimately, Orimo it's good. It looks good, right? It's got really cute art style. The soundtrack's really good. Everything about it is good, other than the fact that he bitches out at the end of not dating his sister anymore, where they literally go out and they kiss during Christmas, and I'm like, you little punk bitch, should have went for it.
Wait, so they kiss, but they don't end up going out?
Yeah, so like the ending of Orimo is the bad part because he doesn't commit to dating his
Spoilers,
sister.
obviously.
Spoiler, it doesn't. No one watches Orimo anymore. Who cares? No one's gonna care about this. I find me the person who even knows what Orimo is anymore. No one really talks about it. Other than the fact that there's a small group of people who still like the porn. Like there's a bunch of dude, every Comic Cat, there's always a new issue of Orimo coming out.
So morons.
Listen, don't lie,
have,
Alex. I know you're one of the people who buy it.
Listen, I choose classy incest, my friend.
What is classy incest? What does that mean?
Koyomi and his sisters, of course.
Oh my god.
That's like the worst incest.
No, it is the best.
I can't.
I want to leave. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. But yeah, no, I'm just saying Orimo is well produced. Everything about it is good. Even the story of the characters.
Now because of that.
My only problem is that he doesn't commit, and then it's just like it's a big fuck you at the end of like, oh, I dumped. Like, why would you make such a big show of you denying the other girl's routes, and then him not committing to his choice? It's dumb. Just do the porn game route. Just commit to it.
Have you drank a whole bottle of wine during this, Chinoda? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He's got to get through all the shitty takes.
I know, right?
I don't think my
Oh my,
Orimo
there
take
you
is that
go.
shitty.
That's how you do it. That is
I
how
don't
you
think my-
fucking do it.
I don't think my Orimo take is shitty. I think everyone is afraid to speak their truth about how Orimo
Yes,
is actually
everyone
really
is
good.
truly afraid to fuck their sister. You are right, John. We should embrace this. We should
It's not-
normalize it.
You're taking
Fuck
what I
your
said out of
sister.
context. You're taking what I said out of context.
Oh, God.
Anyway, that's all.
I'm
it
a
is
Floridian
for
and
this
I
month's
approve this
monthly
message.
dump. Thank you all out there for dropping by.
Shit.
I do want to. Okay, hold on.
I know
wanna
you've been
talk,
holding that in for like a month and a half, though.
I want to talk about Yamada-kun level 99. Why do you think it's actually pretty cute, Chinoda?
Because she's such a sweetheart. The main character, she's a sweetheart, and like she's super sweet, and that's why I really find it cute.
Okay, but she's like 20 and he's like 17.
We're not talking about that though.
We're not talking about a grown-ass woman hitting on an underage kid. No? We're not even talking about that.
We're not. We're not.
I mean, you
We're
act like
weebs.
this
We
is
ignore it, just-
unique. This is not unique.
Now
This
you may be
happens all the
wondering, how do I
time.
know how old she is? She was drinking alcohol. I'm pretty sure the legal age to drink alcohol in Japan is 20, not 21.
It is
And
now.
I think it was 20. I don't remember. It's either 20 or 21. Anyway, point is, she's older than him by a couple years, which isn't an egregious thing. Okay, 3-year gap. It's not too egregious, but it's kind of weird that she finds out he's a high schooler and she goes, "Oh, interesting." Like,
To be fair though, it's not like she's like completely in love and is pursuing him at the moment. I know it's eventually
no,
leads
it's
there.
meet cute and it'll eventually get there because it's a fucking rom-com. But
Yeah,
I did read this manga and I dropped it for the exact same reason I dropped the anime. I'm just like, I don't like the premise. I don't like the fact that there's nothing redeeming about Yamada and it's just all one-sided, and the main character girl kind of annoys the fuck out of me.
I like how our Google Doc automatically corrected it to Yamaha.
Oh, it did.
Yamaha.
Oh, fuck!
It
It
did.
did.
It's
What the fuck?
he's a guitar.
Or is he a bike?
Hey, so
Well-
he has Skip and Loafer written down. I have not watched Skip and Loafer yet, but I know both of you keep screaming at me to watch this anime.
It's really good.
It's super cute, man.
It's like it's a wholesome rom-com, man. Like,
Which is what you know what? It's something that I kind of am in the market for, and John says I'm going to absolutely love it.
I think
So, and like, here's the thing: there's a little bit of comedy in there, and
it's
like,
mostly romance.
barely any romance. Like, it's there,
Oh,
but
so
it's
it's more
building
life.
so slightly and
It's-
vaguely in
the
the
characters
background.
in Skip and Loafer are really well written. I really like all the characters. It's overall just a really good show. And again, the first episode was literally remade shot for shot from the manga.
Well,
Shot
for you, that's
for
got to be
shot.
great.
Well, I mean, why change the source material when the source material is perfect? It's my
Yeah.
opinion.
No, seriously.
I don't think that's a hot take, though. I think a lot of people who are watching Skip and Loafer are liking it. I think it's a
there's
hot take to hate Yamada, though, because a lot of people are watching it and like think it's amazing, and I'm like, it's not. It's actually pretty trashy, but whatever.
I mean, a lot of people are saying Skip and Loafer is kind of like their surprise, like love of the season. So
honestly,
it didn't have a whole lot of like marketing going into it. So
no.
It didn't, so I'm glad that it took off at like it did.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've talked about it for those who are watching our weekly watch parties in the Discord server. I think once we catch up to everything, I'm gonna start watching Skip and Loafer as well. So
Good, good.
There's like we're 6 episodes into that, so there's plenty to watch.
It's pretty good. I love the main character girl, and I love her aunt. Now Chan is so cute. I love Now.
Oh, I love her. She's
Oh,
adorable.
she's so like the fact that she's like the episode where she's going out with her friends. Like, you're absolutely not going out dressed like that. Take this $700 Gucci bag, and I'm like, yes, Now, yes.
Like, go ahead, girl.
Oh fuck, I
Like,
love
that's
her
taking
aunt
care
so
of your
much.
family.
Oh, her
Yeah,
aunt's so cool, dude. Oh man, I can't wait until we get to the arc about the aunt, about like all this. Oh, it's there's so much that's good about it. Like Oshinoko and Skip and Loafer. Like Oshinoko, I read the entire thing before it even came out because it hooked me right when I read the first episode, and then it hooked me, and I had to finish all of it. So I stayed up and read all of it. And then I did the same thing for Skip and Loafer. After I watched the first episode, I just really liked it a lot. So then I read the manga, and I caught up because it was that good.
Well, I'm kind of looking forward to it now because it's like it's got romance in it, but it's mostly slice of life and a little bit of comedy. I'm here for that. I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
You dislike cheat skill. Okay, hold on. I also dislike cheat skill because it's so fucking unrealistic. However, I do know that a lot of people are liking the show. And all I can say is the reason people like the show is because they're bullied. They were bullied as weebs, and they feel like they're living vicariously through this fucking show, and it's not healthy.
Are though.
It's not healthy, dude. Like the entire premise of cheat skill is that this dude who's fat and ugly and being bullied by everyone is a really nice guy. He's got a real nice heart, but then he inherits, and everyone else in his life hates him. Like his family hates him, and his siblings hate him, and stuff like that. People pick on him all the time. Real fucked up shit, right? But he's got a heart of gold, and because he has a heart of gold, he magically inherits this house from his grandpa, which has a magical doorway that goes to another world. So then he levels up, and because he levels up in another world, he becomes super buff and cute and hot, and everyone loves him. But not because he's hot and cute now, because he has a really good heart. And I'm like, you know what would have been a much better show if you just left out the isekai shit, okay, and just made it so after he saved the main girl, like that girl that invites him to the new school where he gets like, just show him as the fat guy, but he gets along with everyone because he's the nice guy. That would have, to me, would have been a way better fucking premise for a show.
Or if you wanted to have like a message about that, here's the thing you do. I mean, you could still have the isekai stuff if you wanted to, but it doesn't need it. But make it so that the guy becomes thin and like nice and healthy looking and beautiful, but he has the exact same personality, and show how people treat him differently because he looks different.
Like
there's a good premise.
You can say like the main character gets invited to the school because he has a good personality, and his personality doesn't change. He's still a really nice guy, but they focus so much, like literally every fucking episode. Whenever he goes out, people go, "Oh, what a hot guy! He's a hunk. Is he a model?" And he literally models in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
And it's just like they continually talks about this. I'm like, so are you sure that you want to say that he has a good heart? Because definitely no one is talking about how good of a person he is because of his heart. They're literally just focusing on his fucking physical appearance. I'm like, I'm watching it and I read the manga. It's real fucking stupid. It's real dumb. I can't say that it's good. So I do agree with your disliking cheat skill. I'm honestly surprised at how many people like it though, because it's a nothing burger of like fucking power fantasy of like, oh, if I was a hot guy, people would love me. I'm like, it maybe if you had a good personality, I guess, but this show does not do any of that. Like the dude does have an actual nice personality.
Yeah.
But literally every fucking episode centers around the first 10-15 minutes of it is going to be like, or more like the first 5-10 minutes of it is going to be, look at that hot guy. I'm like, we get it.
And
he's
it's
hot.
Like, look at this hot guy, and like, look how nice he is. And it's just wanking him off. I'm like,
yeah,
all right,
like,
I get it.
If they just made it so he gained confidence on his own and he kept his ugly appearance of like being fat and stuff like that, and people still treated him better because he's actually a nice guy, I would have respected this anime a lot more. But they don't do that. It's a fucking circle jerk of an anime, and I'm honestly surprised it's like even rated. I wouldn't say it's rated fairly highly on Crunchyroll. It's like sitting at I think people are rating it like 4.5, which is in my opinion pretty high because like other shows like Kamikatsu, they're rating it like a fucking 3.9. So I'm like, you guys fucked up, man. Kamikatsu's great.
All right. What else you got, Shinoda? I know you only got a few more left.
Yeah. I hate the Aristocrats Otherworldly Adventures. It's so bad. It's like smartphone. It's garbage. It is pure utter garbage. I agree with that. That's I don't know why people are watching it.
Because it's power fantasy, dude. It
is little power fantasy. He's a fucking 10-year-old though, and he's getting girls, and I'm like,
getting
what
bitches
the
left
fuck
and
is
right,
going
bro.
on?
He's engaged to the
what?
princess. He's getting engaged to the Duke's daughter. Now he's engaged to the fucking everybody. Like he's getting bitches left and right.
I'm just like, what the fuck is this garbage? Why am I watching this? It's so bad. Like, I'm legitimately thinking
Okay.
about dropping it because
I
it's the same copy-paste garbage over and over.
I read the manga. Okay. It's very much turn your brain off and don't even think about it. It's a filler show in my opinion. It's your stereotypical isekai garbage. It's a filler show. Unfortunately for me, I live for that, so I love watching it.
There's the hot take.
That's not a hot take at all. I think there's a lot of people out there who like watching trashy isekai. All right. It doesn't matter. It's isekai and it's trashy and I love it.
You are single-handedly keeping this genre in business.
No, it's me and John. I don't know why I'm watching
See,
it, but
he
I
says he
am.
hates it and he still watches it. At least I'm honest.
Yeah,
About it. I'm
exactly.
like,
I don't know
I know
why I
it's
do
bad,
this.
but I like watching bad shows like this, so I don't care. And I will continue to do it until all right, I'm making you a promise. Whenever vending machine comes out, all right, I reincarnated as a vending machine comes out with their anime, I will stop watching isekai. 100%.
That is a lie.
That's
That's an
bullshit.
outright lie.
I'm making you a promise. If ever vending machine comes out, isekai vending machine ever comes out, I will stop watching isekai.
Didn't
That's
they
the
announce
only
an
thing I
anime?
really want. No, not even close.
Could have sworn they did.
No,
Yeah, they did.
They announced a manga for it like I think 2 years ago. And they just
Jamie,
started the manga.
Jamie, look it
Isn't
up.
it just called Vending Machine in Another World or some shit?
I reincarnated as a vending machine in another world. Yeah, just vending machine isekai. Like it's good, dude. Like watch it. It's good. Read the manga.
Jesus
The
fucking
light novel's
Christ.
amazing.
Is
Y'all
it
don't know what you're
Reborn as
missing
a
out on.
vending machine, I now wander the dungeon?
Yes.
Okay.
Um.
There is an
God.
anime that's been announced.
Boom!
way.
fucking told you.
What?
Fucking told you.
Oh,
I knew
shit.
about
It
this.
starts in
Oh,
July.
shit. Oh fuck! I'm so hyped. Oh shit! It's so good, dude.
I was like, I knew
Watch
I
it. You
heard
guys are
something
gonna
about
watch it.
this.
You guys are gonna watch it, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, I can't believe this is actually really good." John was right, and I'm like, "I fucking told you."
It's
I'm
also
gonna
already
hate the fact that you probably are right. I'm gonna be
It's
like,
also
fuck.
it's also already been licensed by Crunchyroll.
Yes.
John's so
I-
fucking hyped.
I've been trying other streaming services. I thought Crunchyroll's mobile app was bad. I was fucking wrong, man. Crunchyroll's the best of the best right now, and I'm like, why? How could Crunchyroll's mobile app be the best of the best? It's so shitty, and yet here we are. High Dive Funimation's players are garbage. I fucking absolutely hate them on mobile. Absolutely hate them.
All right, so if I can say I hate those shows, I think the marginal service belongs in a goddamn landfill.
I was so upset. I really wanted.
We were talking
marginal
about this in the
service.
season preview.
Yeah, I really wanted it to be good, but it's so silly of a concept. Like it's basically about racism and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's very heavy-handed with the whole like we hate illegal immigrants and they're the ones bringing crazy drugs into our country.
Ah,
And
how
they
very
lean-
Japanese.
They lean so heavily into it, and I'm like, ooh, the xenophobia is strong with this one.
Can you read what's underneath what it's really about?
Yeah, like I thought it was going to be a goofy show. It's not. It's very seriously talking about like
They
illegal
take
alien.
everything so seriously. It's so
Yeah.
bad.
And it seems like a premise that if they actually leaned into the absurdity of it, like you could still have messages in it, but just lean into how absurd it is.
I thought it was going to be absurd because of the whole like buff people thing, and like Sugita was in it, so I thought it was going to be like another Gintama, you know, where it's just like it's just goofy as shit. I was wrong. They're very serious about like being very anti immigrant. It's very bad. Very, very bad.
Is there anything redeeming about this show? Like the
no,
art
no,
style,
not a
the
single
Not
music?
even.
goddamn. Like maybe the fact that you can hear Sugita's voice, maybe
I
that,
mean,
and
that
even
is
then,
this is a selling point, I guess.
I watched the first 3 episodes and I was like, I can't with this whole heavy-handed like we hate illegal immigrants thing. It's so apparent of why they made this into a show.
like even if it wasn't that, like I don't give a shit about that. I'll be honest, I really don't. But like as a show on its own, it's just so bad. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you know,
look
when you
good.
get
It
shows
doesn't
like,
sound good. It's so generic. Just
We get
I don't
shows like
the
86,
characters.
right? Where it's like
Yeah.
racism bad. It's like, okay, yeah, I can understand that sentiment. And then you get shows like Marginal Service where it's like, well, actually, racism is actually pretty good, especially when those immigrants are bringing illegal drugs into the country. And I'm like, damn, this is Donald Trump the anime. Holy shit. You know who'd love marginal service people? Trump supporters. I'll say that.
And it's
That's
hilarious too, because like 2 of the main characters is like Americans,
They're Americans.
as well. Yeah.
Like,
you know, I do think that there is a way that you can show, like you mentioned, like 86, which obviously the message of that is, you know, racism is really bad and you shouldn't be a racist.
Yeah.
But I think you can have an interesting story where you're actually looking at that from the other side, where you're seeing like what makes people racist, how they become racist.
okay, let me tell you something. Don't forget me. Episode, I think it's like 6 or 7 in Kekai Sensen, literally explores this topic and does it way better in a 20-minute fucking run.
But it can be done. It can definitely be done.
Yeah, it can definitely be done because oh my god, let me talk. It's one of my all-time favorite.
One of these days, I'm gonna watch it,
dude. You need to watch Kekai Sensen. It's so good. And that episode,
like, I would honestly say it's worth going ahead and buying the Blu-ray before you even watch it, because it's that good.
I love Kekai Sensen. Me and Natai never shut up about Kekai
I know.
Sensen. Oh man, dude. Don't Forget Me is such a beautiful episode, and it deals with xenophobia and like anti-immigration and stuff like that. Like, it's literally about a mushroom dude who wants to eat a hamburger. That's his entire purpose. He just wants to have a hamburger, but they don't want to serve him because he's an alien. And it's fucked up, like what the humans do and like his life. And oh god, the episode's so good.
And like you get emotional over it too. You don't
I
expect
cry
to.
over the episode every time I watch it, just because of how strong of an impact it's made on me. And like, it's real fucked up how people treat other people sometimes, just because there's something they're labeled as something like as problematic like that. Like, so much hate in the world, you know. And to watch marginal service just shit all over that and be like, no, it's right to hate on immigrants because they do shit like this. And I'm like, the government does that. The fucking CIA. Don't assassinate me for saying this, CIA. But however, you brought cocaine into this country to fund wars.
If anyone is looking to get on a podcast, we're about to have an opening soon.
This is well known. Everyone knows they did this. This is why we had the Cuban Missile Crisis. The whole Contra shit.
Duck.
And they don't give a fuck, dude.
Anyway, let's Shinoda, I got like 5 minutes, so let's go. Last one.
Okay. Last one. Very last one. Legendary Hero is dead. Trashy, but I'm enjoying it. Like,
I gotta say, you're very rare for a person to say that, because a lot of the people I've seen watching it say, yeah, it's bad. I'm like, yeah, I agree, it's bad. I read the manga. I thought it was bad. I saw the first 2 episodes. I was like, yep, I was right. It's still bad. This is a very hot take. I've never seen anyone say they actually enjoyed this show.
Yeah, I know it's an actual hot take by me of all people.
Like, I don't know why you like it. Like, what is redeeming about this show, bro?
So the main character, he's a filthy pervert, but like he has a bit of a good heart, and I'm like, I can appreciate that about him. Genuinely funny moments and funny characters, and which I didn't expect, but I was like, okay, I'm here for this. The side characters are actually a bit interesting, as well as the overall story. While just like meh, it keeps my attention, and I'm just like, huh. I don't know what it is about this show.
It's got to be
but
humor or something, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't get the appeal of the show.
I mean, that's the thing. I laugh at like almost anything. I'm so easy to please.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. So like the fact that this show of all things, it just keeps me going. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but like I like it. And the fact that the whole OP is just based around putting on tights on women and whatever. It's just hilarious.
Like, I thought that was funny, the whole tights around women thing. Like, he truly believes that to get to world peace, all women need to have tights. And I'm like, bro, I can get down with that. Like, this is very I share.
That's very Roy Mustang.
It kind of is, yeah. But like, it
female
works.
officers will wear tiny mini skirts.
God bless you, Mr. Mustang. God bless you. But yeah, no, and like it has little moments here and there where it gets a little bit deeper. I'm like, huh, okay, it's weird, but like I don't mind it. But it doesn't come around too often. But when it does, it's like, oh, okay. I just like the show, and I think people aren't giving it the chance that it deserves, honestly. Like, I know it's not good, the best of the best or anything like that, but I think it's better than
Bro, I've heard very many stinky opinions. Like, this is probably one of the most stinky I've ever heard of in my life. This is straight up probably the stinkiest opinion. Even Charlie's takes on freaking JoJo's hasn't been as stinky as this.
Hey, we mentioned it. He likes part 2, so I mean, that's, you know,
It's good. It's a good.
it's hard to hate someone who likes JoJo's part 2.
Well, I mean, I get why he likes. I think my favorite is part 2 as well, but I have to concede that part 4 and part 5 are way better. Just story wise, everything wise, it's better. It is technically,
but they don't have Sagita.
But they don't have Sagita. Only part 3 does.
all right. That's it for me.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, that is it. I guess yeah, thank you everyone for dropping in to watch us. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you like what you saw and want to see more, check down below to find links to Anime Club After Dark on Twitch, on Twitter, on Discord, to always be on top of what all the things we have going on. I fucked that up. To be in the loop with all the things we have going on. I can fucking read, and to chat with your fellow fans. We also have a merch store down there as well. We got shirts, mugs, stickers, all kinds of stuff to show off your love for Anime Club After Dark to your friends and any family that already thinks you're weird. And any purchases you make there do really, really help us out. With that, I have been your host, Alex, and I will see you next time. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks for enjoying this dump.
I did. I rewrote the outro to make it sound,
no wonder. Doesn't sound practiced at all.
This is the first time I've done it, actually.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm prepared. I do these things beforehand.
Scuff stream. Scuff stream.
Scuff!